Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for F1 Manager 2023 as we continue our hard mode difficulty run here with Alfa Tauri. We are in our third season. This is a season where we have a chance to win the whole thing, although second place would be my most immediate goal. We're currently third, but I think that's okay. I think it's still not impossible for us to push towards first or second. Now, I will say, I don't know if there's there's nothing here currently. Does it show it here? No. Okay. We are currently on the most recent patch. Now, if you've watched the last 4 or 5 episodes, those were done before the 1.10 patch. This episode, as of right now, the patch came out 3 days ago at the time that I'm recording this. But by the time this thing actually goes live, it'll be about 2 weeks later. I do record ahead of time, as you guys kind of know. That's the best way for me to find time to do things. So, there is a patch out as of the time that I'm doing this. And the patch, there's a bunch of things in there. I'm not going to go over the whole patch. The biggest thing is that it completely flips upside down our tire strategy. We can no longer push just crazy hard, all 3 stints, nothing, no bad repercussion, anything like that. We have to plan things out a little bit differently. But we'll be able to see that once we actually get into the races themselves, and should still be able to get a good estimation of which strategy will be the best, and we'll just execute whatever strategy looks good. That's kind of how we're going to play it. So that's where we're at. Anything else that I can remember that was major? There was one issue where if you got held up in the pit lane, it would delay when you came out more than it should have, and I think we've actually seen that a couple times. So that's no longer an issue. And I think there are a couple other minor things. So the big one was the tire one. That was the biggie. So we'll see how that actually plays out once we get into our first race. We have a couple front wing. We have a front wing and an underfloor getting manufactured currently. Anything with our facilities we care about? Not currently. Everything's looking okay. Next race up is going to be what? So we did get first place once, didn't we? We did get first place once. We have not gotten anything since. Next up is Baku. It is a sprint weekend. There is basically no chance of rain for this one. Our first real chance of rain looks like it's going to be maybe Miami, potentially. Really, it's not until we get to Montreal and Austria and stuff like that. So, and not that I'm looking forward to the rain, but I'm kind of just curious to see how the weather station actually does work. Anything we need to do with car development? We're currently designing every single thing we can. We're only manufacturing the one thing currently, which is fine, I think. We only need a couple of those because we're currently researching more, so I don't know that we need to go crazy on any of these. I think we're okay. I think we're just good to push forward. I mean, it's 25 days until Azerbaijan, so we do have a good chunk of time here. But both cars should have... Oh, that's what they added. They added this new thing for medium risk that instead of just the part wears out at some point, this has got an inspection failure risk of medium right now, so just... interesting small addition. I mean, we'll have to see how it plays out once we actually get into things, but that is there. I'm trying to think if there's anything we want to craft here. And I guess the good thing about the medium risk is it tells you, hey, you should probably go ahead and craft another part. You know, if you get to a certain level, that way you know that you're going to fail inspection. You already have the part being made, which is a pretty good idea. I think that's a pretty good change if it works out the way we hope it does. All right, we got chassis and a suspension and side pods all coming up here in just a few days, so let's go ahead and scooch ahead, get those going. Let me just go ahead and make sure everything's installed on both cars. We can put that on both cars. Rear wing, that's on both cars. Side pods, not we don't care because we're about to make some new side pods. Underfloors, we can put that on both cars. And suspension, again, we just have the one. So everything looks good so far. Get some new parts here momentarily. Board is obviously highly confident with us. Driver development, a little more smoothness, that's perfect. Good chunk of overtaking, defending, and reactions. Yeah, these are all good stat upgrades for us. We gotta get back to the pit crew. Let's just go custom here and cumulative and see where we're at. Okay, let's go ahead and we're actually already below 2.5, so we're gonna enjoy that for a bit longer. So we're just going to go ahead and put in not the gym training, sorry, the pit stop drills. All right, that puts us over 2.5. Oh, that just pushes weary. What if we back this one off? Alright, that'll work. Go with that, and then anything we can get done before here? I doubt we're going to be able to do much. Maybe a pit stop drill. Just throwing in here, sort of. Maybe a couple, actually. No, that actually worked. I'm not going to put anything there, and then here we'll just put whatever we can. If we can fit one in. We can fit one in here. We'll just put a gym training there, and that will have to be that. And then as far as the focus, let's see where we can get the lowest chance of mistakes. 20.49, 25.3, 5.7, 7.0. Like 20.70 is going to be it. Was that wheel gun? It is wheel gun. Pretty much until we get the wheel gun maxed out. That's probably going to be the biggest thing. All right, cool. That's all good. I'm glad that we figured out the pit stop training after that. Not this last patch, but the patch before that. That's really, really helpful to us. All right, where are we on development? 6 days, 6 days, 9 days. Okay. Coming up here. Oh, engineer driver tension. I guess we'll try to intervene. Really don't want Theo to be more aggressive. That feels like that would be a really bad move for us. All right, we're going to get us some side pods. Although, we had been skipping the first... No, we hadn't been skipping it. I think we just crafted the one, right? Just so we can technically have it, but we are still pushing for the further ones. So I think we will just do the same thing. We'll just make the one. Kind of make Tsunoda's a bit, you know, good. This is actually the 4th chassis, which is probably the last chassis we're going to make, right? So we'll make... Actually, we'll probably just go ahead and just bump out 4 of these. Just so we have extras. I should probably confirm that this is an upgrade over what the 3, right? I'll look at that in a second. Let me go to here. Yeah, I mean, it's just a straight upgrade. Top speed acceleration, a little bit less medium speed, but we're okay with taking a tiny dip there. To get a big boost on our overall top speed. That was the whole point of that part. Because right now we are... Yeah, just first, and third. So we're just trying to bump that up a little bit. Losing a tiny bit of this to bump that up is not the end of the world. Cool. I'm happy with all that. Regulation vote. My goodness. 5% is not going to make that... This is massive. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at this wrong. I was like, 5% is not going to make that much difference. I guess technically it's... One side's slightly worse. It's just the side pods, really. Oh, chassis and side pods. But it's going to affect everything. I'm a little confused. I don't think it matters what we vote for. I don't see how this is a chassis focus overall. Because all these are 55% now. Almost feels like that's a bug, but we'll see. Side pod design completed. Chassis design completed. And we are probably still designing a few more things, right? But we're not going to design any more chassis, I don't think, but we are going to design more side pod. Don't think we have any hours or anything like that, which is fine. Alright, usually for side pod, we've been going for Engine cooling and airflow middle, although we're already pretty good on both of those. Really anything that's going to help us with. We'll lower the lifespan. There's an argument to be made now that they've kind of slightly changed how this functions. The lifespan stuff might be better used in a different way, but drag reduction, what does that do for our... Okay, so if we go full drag reduction, that'll boost up our top speed. Might be worth it. They have the same one, don't they? I think pretty much. Engine cooling, I don't think we have to worry about. We're still gaining some on the engine cooling. Airflow front. That's going to help us with our high speed stuff, I think. I think we'll just lower this all the way down. And then airflow middle. Oh, that's right. The first one was a super focused part, wasn't it? Whatever it was. Where we got the maximum expertise. I think we just lower this down all the way. I mean, this is still going to be an amazing part. We're getting a lot of stats here. But if we just focus purely on drag reduction, I mean, that's going to get us a bit more top speed, a lot more acceleration. Still get us some high speed. Everything else is about as good as it's going to get. We're still going to get engine cooling, everything else. I think I like this a lot. But yeah, the first one was the intense one, so that's why we're getting a bigger boost now. We're just going to go normal. That's fine. This is a 35-day part, 8-day build. So currently we can get it done, at least get one done in time for Barcelona, as is. So I don't think we need to rush it anymore. Although if we get it down to 31 days, 30 days maybe, we can get it done in time for Monte Carlo. So maybe we do that. $1 million there. We have no engineers available, but that's okay because I don't think we're going to do any more chassis anyway, because we're already on chassis 4. And it's not time to research, right? I should probably drop somebody off here because I don't think it's going to make a difference. Just to make sure. Yeah, there's no research until April 14th. So one more week. Do we start research? I mean, surely we do need to start research, especially since we have 6 slots here. There's no reason. We literally can do whatever we want to do for every single part. The only thing that costs us is money. So I think we do research. But we'll figure that out here in a bit. Well, literally 7 days. Alright, let's go and manufacture our suspension here. This is just the rank 2 one. It will maybe get done in time. Do we rush it? It's only 150,000 bucks to rush it just to make sure we get one in time. I think I'd like to make sure we get one in time. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And then we do need to design another suspension. All right, same kind of idea. I think we're still going to stick with the idea of let's boost up our top speed since everything else is already kind of maxed out currently. Which I believe is airflow front, primarily. Yep. Brake cooling, I don't think we care about, really, because we're already like in 3rd place on brake cooling. We're still going to gain some. We're going to be over 70%, which is awesome. High speed, low speed, medium speed. Do we just ignore all of these? We're still gaining some. Like, no matter what we do, we're still gaining some, which is awesome. And then drag reduction. I think we maximize the drag reduction, which actually gives us more brake cooling, interestingly enough. It's kind of the opposite of what we might normally go for. But it's going to give us a bit more acceleration. It's not really going to help our top speed that much. But it does help our acceleration. And we are still getting just stats across the board. I think this is... Although this is... Again, this is not counting the parts... The fact that we haven't built the new parts yet. So maybe this is a little bit flawed. Maybe I just need to do another baseline part. And then worry about the high-speed part once we do our 4th set. That's actually probably better. And maybe I should have done that for the side pods. But I think it's okay that we did what we did. So for suspension, we would normally go low speed, brake cooling, and airflow front. Lower top speed a slight bit. But it is going to give us a nice little boost to all these other ones. Just to make sure they're still locked. I mean, our low speed is still best, right? This actually puts us of... Like, that's pretty high. We're at 86% on that. This one's only 60... 5%, but this is not where we're going to get this from. This is 68%. I mean, that might be too much. Honestly, I mean, we don't want to be that high, right? Honestly, something like that, 80, honestly, 80% is fine. Just getting this part out, we're already at 80%. That's pretty massive. Maybe we focus on like a medium speed or something. Say, can we get this at least up to 70, 75, something like that? That right there is about 75% on the medium speed. It's about 75% on that. Still not quite at 80%, so maybe I went too far. $80, $75, $75. That's pretty solid. Do we care about the brake cooling that much? I think getting this brake cooling at 70% is fine. I think we just drop this down to something like that. Which does mean we can drop these down a smidge. Close enough. And then brake cooling can go down. Also all over the airflow front, just to make sure we don't lose any top speed. And we might even just drop this all the way down. Oh no, that's really actually affecting that a lot more than I... No, I'm sorry. I mean, airflow front does help all of our cornering stuff, right? No, I think we just maxed that out. I think this is fine. Keep these where I want them. Oh, that's right. I think I do like the idea of just dropping that down until we don't lose any top speed at all. I think this is a pretty good part. Let's go for it. Normal engineers 1. Technically, we put a bunch of engineers in here. This is another 8-day part. So, how many days does it take? 40. If we can get it down to 35, we can get it for Barcelona. 34 is perfect. All right, whichever one's longest, I guess we throw some engineers on there, which I guess for now is the suspension. So just might as well throw some cycles into that. That looks good. All right, we will have the underfloor before Azerbaijan as far as the design done, but we're not going to be able to build one unless we emergency, which we're not. I am building a suspension. I am. Okay. I think I'm happy with all that. I mean, I really don't know if this matters. Whatever it is, we've got to adjust for it. That's all I know. Either one was bad. That's literally all we know about that. We do have some idle scouts. Don't care about those, but we do have research available. Now, we won't have hours until when? Here? So, actually, the hours begin there. So, it's 2 weeks away. Do we just wait 2 weeks on the research until we can get some hours? Probably. Although the parts that we want hours on are probably going to be like the underfloors and stuff like that. So more than likely, let's take an engineer back from that. Because our part we're missing is what? Chassis? Chassis is actually kind of one of the ones that's broken right now, isn't it? Major technical changes, yeah. I mean, they're all going to be major. This is all bad. This is a massive reset across the board for everybody. So it's going to be a bad year next year for everybody. No matter how we look at it. I think we wait for the hours. I don't think we have to rush this. Alright, there's our design for underfloor. That is the 4th one, so that means that one's available for research as well. But we will go ahead and manufacture the underfloor. And this is one we want 4 of. As long as it's still better, right? It is definitely better. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, a small dip in cornering, but to gain a bunch in the other stuff, I think it's still okay. And we're going to get some of the cornering back from other ways. I think this is the right plan. We can always change our mind and go back to the other parts if we decide that this is not working. don't think there's any point in rushing anything, right? First part would be 5 days. That's after what we need. So let's do 4 days or 4 days done. And that looks good. All right, let's go make sure we're putting those new parts on. Let's just go right down the list. Chassis, we don't have any yet. Front wings, we already have those set up. Rear wings, those are set up. Side pods, we've got one for car number 2. And then underfloor, those aren't done yet. And suspension, we have one for car number 2. Cool. All right. And what's our car analysis? Go look at car number 2 first. First, 15th. Just got to fix the engine cooling, really, and the top speed. I mean, maybe someday we'll think about dirty air tolerance. Maybe not. I don't know. And then you are presumably not quite second in everything, but you're up there. So good stuff. And this racetrack is going to be what? Balanced? No, this is a power circuit. Well, we definitely need the top speed that we can get. That's a thing. So the fact that we're slow still is going to hurt us, unfortunately. Although it's part of the reason we're slow because I don't have good engines on. Let me just check real quick. That might be all it was. Not entirely, but it did make a difference. Yeah, I mean, we were, I think, 17th a second ago, 17th, 18th, so now at least now we're 15th. I think that's what it says. Okay, go with that. I think both drivers have to hit Q3. Obviously, which means I also think both drivers hit Q2. I think we can get fastest lap. Not sure we will, but we may or may not push for that, but I think we can. It's gonna be interesting to see how this new strategy works, guys. This is gonna be our first race. Trying this new strategy. All right, no rain or anything like that. All right, let me get qualify or what am I trying to say? Let me get practice done, and I'll bring you guys back for qualifying. I think. Wrong button. All right, we're back for qualifying. Did pretty good on this stuff. I mean, obviously we got parts that we got to figure out, and we've only had one practice session, so that's part of the reason why it's a little bit lower. But we did get 100% on Theo, 99% on Tsunoda as far as our setup is concerned. So did the best we could. So things that are just things that we can't control. Obviously we're gonna go out on softs. Everything else looks fine. Let's go qualify. Speed up till we get to around the probably 13-minute mark, 12-minute mark, something like that. Oh, I forgot to put bad parts on for practice session. That was me being dumb. I got kind of distracted by something. Before I hit the quick practice session start, we're looking at... Actually, probably need to send out now. I think I waited a little longer than I meant to. I think we'll still be okay. I can't believe I forgot to put... I mean, parts are good for this, but I did just use an engine for an entire practice session that I did not mean to. The other parts are completely fine. It's the engine that I'm not happy that I used. All right, Tsunoda's going to look good. Theo might need to run another one, unfortunately. Just to make sure he can get to Q2. Might have been okay, but it's really hard to tell sometimes. Hopefully he doesn't get held up here. He's going to get held up a little bit. Oh, this is going to be a bad one. It's faster than his last... Oh, no, there's a purple. Never mind. Oh, no, we're good. We're good. He must have gotten held up in the first one. I didn't realize. That was a little bit overkill, but I'm glad I did it because we definitely needed to guarantee that we were up in the top 15. It would be silly for him to have a car that fast. It'd be silly not to make Q2. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that I used the engine for as long as I did. I'm okay with it being on for qualifying. I just wish I hadn't done it for the practice. But I didn't really push the engine that much. I kind of played it very safe in practice, so maybe it'll work out. All right, let's go ahead and put used tires on here, used tires on there, and let's go. Obviously, we've got 2 extremely fast cars. Let's see if that stays the same for these later qualifyings. I think we'll go around the 13-minute mark. Just to make sure we're good. In case we do need to run a second one. We're definitely going to have to run a second one. These other cars are pretty fast when they're running on fresh tires. I mean, it is a power circuit, so you kind of figure that fresher tires are important. But sometimes we can get by without it, I guess is my only thing. Plus, I think we got held up a little bit in a lot of traffic there. Oh, Suno's got a lot of traffic now. Oh, he got a good time there, though. Don't know if it's going to be... It's not enough. What? Sunoda's not going to make Q3 all because of traffic. We know he's got the fastest car out there. And traffic is going to keep him from Q3. That's just bad. I know they're supposed to pull over, but they don't do a very good job sometimes. This is kind of what I've noticed. That is unfortunate. We lost some money there. And some positioning because we know he has the fastest car. I mean, nobody's touching 140.9 except these two Red Bull cars. Okay, so maybe not the fastest, but he's up there. And this is just... he got held up. That's all that explains that right there. I mean, we can't ever usually fit 3 stints in. I mean, we might have been able to if I'd pushed that first one. But honestly, I usually don't have to. I usually can get by with... Actually, most of the time I can get by with 1 stint. The fact that he got held up twice is unusual. That's all right. No harm, no foul. We'll just something for us to fight through once we actually get to the race itself. We'll be all right. I mean, like I said, it's annoying to lose the money and the positioning. It's so bad, but we'll be able to make it up in the sprint. If we do good in the sprint, then we will be able to advance a few spots. They'll just put in a really fast time. I doubt it'll be enough to stay, but he should be top 5, I would think. Number 2. We'll take it. Less for him to fight through. All is good. All right, let me go do the last practice, and then we'll come back for the sprint in just a moment. All right, we're back for the sprint. We got our track acclimatization up to 100%. Car part knowledge up pretty high, and then, of course, the satisfaction there. So, pretty good. Honestly, got us both into this last little green tier here. Which I think is, what, very high or higher, whatever it is. Well, it's not the super peak, but it's the one right below that. All right, we definitely have our work cut out for us for Sonoda here. So we'll see how that goes. How far can we push this? Apparently we can push it pretty hard. And then on this one, I'm assuming we can push it basically the same. So which one's faster? Looks like soft is faster. Now, sprints are not going to be quite affected quite as much as the race itself. So don't judge this yet because this is still obviously a sprint. We'll do the judgment of the new strategies that we have to figure out once we actually get to the race. All right, let's go. Like I said, Sonoda, honestly, if Sonoda just gets top 8 or something like that, just so he's within striking distance within the race, I'd be really happy. Top 10 is probably more realistic for him. We'll see how fast he really ends up being, but I'm not holding my breath that he gets a lot here, but anything he gets here is a huge help for us.
Away we go.
All right, battle assist. Actually, I'm not going to have you battle assist because I think you can just go all out here at the beginning and potentially just take first place. You do need a battle assist to kind of work your way through the pack. In fact, we're going to watch Sonoda for a little bit here just to see what he does. All right, Sonoda's already moved up 2 spots, it looks like. Good stuff. Theo's not quite moved up where we want him to be yet, but that's all right. 2 spots is pretty big for Sonoda. I mean, like I said, top 10 would be good. Top 8 would be ideal. Theo's still in second. There we go. Good move by Sonoda there. Got good acceleration at least. Up to top 11 now. That's huge. Theo still just chasing down. I mean, Theo got fastest lap for whatever that's worth. Do you get a fastest lap point on sprint? I don't think you do you? I think it's just a, you know, a knowledge thing, not a you get anything for it. Good move by Sonoda there. Up to top 10. That's exactly what we want. Theo now moved up into first place. Honestly, keep deploying. Keep full deploying. Let's just see if you can stretch a gap at all. I think once we get around to this halfway part back here, we're going to turn off the fuel pushing a bit. Sonoda up to 9. Definitely 8th is in striking range. All right, we're going to top up. We're also going to go ahead and dodge balance. We're stay pushing on the tires, though. Same thing for you. Balance and top up. All right, Sonoda looking good. Theo, I mean, he's just got the Aston Martin guy right on his tail. It is what it is. But they are starting to gap Red Bull, which is interesting. I mean, if he's within striking distance of first place, then we can just do a better strategy at the end and end up taking first. So I think Theo, unless something crazy happens, can win this race. Now, Red Bull we know is very fast. They might start chasing down, make a difference here. But until further notice, I think Theo's going to be okay. So let me just speed through this. Let's hope that Sonoda can catch up with 8th. But a DRS is going to help us out a lot. Well, not Theo, but it's going to help Sonoda. I'm not super worried about Theo losing second down to second again, because he'll get it back once we get back to DRS again. In fact, they'll just probably be trading back and forth for most of this. Again, unless Red Bull comes in and messes up our day, which they are starting to. Red Bull is, as we know, stupid fast. Unfortunately, Sonoda's stuck in a train right now. He's not really able to get to past 8th place. If he get past 8th place, he could definitely pass 7th, obviously, with the next DRS, and then start gapping them. Oh, Sonoda get it. There we go. Sonoda got 8th. Now he's 7th. That's all we needed. Stay 7th, and just start tracking down 6th. Anything Sonoda gets here is massive for us. I mean, Theo doesn't even have to be first place. I mean, would be nice to win this. It's not super critical. He's in a good spot for the race itself. And there's no reason he shouldn't get first place unless just something really bad happens.
Oh dear, a crash. There's been a crash.
Is that us? I don't think that's us, was it?
So we're heading now into turn 5.
It is us.
You can see how tight it is. Oh, that's quite.
Oh, it's not us.
Between them.
No, I don't think. I don't think we hit. Did we get damaged? I don't think we got damaged. I think he just ran into the wall. Yeah. We didn't take any damage. He just ran into the wall. Now, Sonoda is probably needs to back off to aggressive for a bit here. He is burning through tires a lot faster than we needed him to because he's just cooking his tires big time, but that's all right. He chased down a lot. Can he get back up to 4th? Honestly, he doesn't need to. 5th place is actually a perfect place for Sonoda starting the race. I'm actually pretty happy with this. Can he chase them down? Yeah, of course he can. Will he? Probably not here. Oh, he's lower on the tires than... It hadn't registered yet. So he's much lower on the tires than it looked. So we're going to have to go down to standard. Possibly even light, which does mean he's going to drop some spots, unfortunately. I think we have to go down to light. That is unfortunate. We were definitely going to be able to stay on this in 5th. But with DRS, we might be able to do something here. Still got some pushing. We can still... Obviously, we've got our stuff stored up here. I'm going to go back to neutral here with you. I don't know if he can catch him with being on this strategy, but we're going to try. What's the percentage? I mean, everybody else... Oh, they're actually on mediums. They're even better. They're just super safe. So yeah, I think Sonoda's in 6, and that's the best we're going to be able to do. Hopefully he doesn't slip further back, actually. Theo's still good on his. Sonoda might actually be able to push here in a moment. Honestly, I think he can go back to attack. Full on attack here. We're going to go ahead and bump your fuel up. Just to get... Well, no, we're going to wait. We're going to wait. Turn on your battle assist so when it comes time, you're ready to go. Alright, Sonoda... Once we get to the back half here, we can go full on whatever craziness. Okay, we are there. Let me just slow down the speed force so I don't just overshoot this. You're going to go ahead and go full on deploy, and you're going to go ahead and go push and full on deploy. Just got to keep a hawk's eye on the fuel here. Should be okay, though. Don't know that Sonoda catches 5th, but at least he'll fend off 7th. Theo, however, should be okay. To stay in first, maybe? There's going to be one more DRS coming up. Alright, gotta go back down to balanced for you. We had to drop below 30, unfortunately. Gotta go back down to balance for you. Theo, we're going to tell you to always defend. Fend him off, fend him off. Okay, let's go watch this because I might have pushed this too much, actually, now that I'm kind of really thinking about it. And you actually, we want you to go ahead and do high overtake. See if you can get past him. What do I want to do? I want to watch Theo back there. Hold him off, 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 hold him off. You got it. All right, Sonoda, where are you at? I don't think you're going to catch him, unfortunately. Tiny bit of push here. Just not enough. That's not enough. All right, we were right on his tail, though. That's pretty good. All things considered, with the crash and everything considered. Sonoda getting 6. We'll take it. And definitely within striking range of being in a good spot for the race itself. Good race win by Theo, though. Now comes the real test. The race. Alright, I think we're going to leave these parts on because we do definitely want the faster engines for a power track. Sounds like a really good idea, if you ask me. Alright, what kind of strategy do we want to run? Of these 3 strategies that are currently set in here, this one, top one, is basically the fastest. But we definitely still want to push these first 2. Now that's going to put us at 21 seconds. Let me just start with that. And then let me plug in something here. Let me play around with this one. So if we go that, we go that. And then, honestly, we can push all 3. I don't think that's actually going to hurt anything. So maybe this is a bad race example because this one we actually might be able to push everywhere. Alright, something like that. It's just 6 seconds faster. So yeah, we're going to go with this strategy. It's a power track. We want to go as crazy as we can. Honestly, do we want to... Can we just do double medium? Say, I think we got mediums, don't we? Or... Let me try the double medium for a second. And then we might even try softs here. Alright, that looks good. That's going to be better, but let's try this with... What if we started with softs? And tweak some things. I mean, it's tight. But we can definitely make that work. But it's 4 seconds slower. Okay, so the double mediums is... I figured the double mediums would be faster, but I was not 100% sure. Alright, we'll go with that. And then you're going to just do the same thing. Because we were able to conserve some tires from practice. So I knew we were going to be able to have some extra tires here. Go with that. Looks good. You're actually pitting a little bit earlier on their mediums, but I don't think it's a problem. Yeah, I think it's all... Actually, I don't know why. You should have the same mediums, but I think it's all going to be okay. Let's go.
Final checks have been carried out on... Here we go, with the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
What's everybody else out on? I'm kind of curious now. Probably mediums, a few softs though. But lots and lots of mediums. All right, let's watch Sonoda for a little bit here, and then we're gonna just see if we can get into a good spot here. Actually, you know what, Theo? Same thing as we've done before. Don't battle assist. Just go all out. I mean, having to pass 2 Red Bull cars and Ocon in a very fast Aston Martin car is going to be a bit of a challenge for Sonoda. We know these Red Bull cars are super fast, and obviously Ocon was able to keep up with Theo through the sprint, so we know he's fast. So these are definitely the 5 fastest cars, I would say. We'll see how fast Stroll is, how close he's able to stay with us. So far, so good for him, though. Man, Ocon is right on Theo's tail through all of this. Well, no wonder he just got the fastest lap. That does make sense. Potentially good move here by Sonoda. Get the inside. There we go. Good job. I'm going to be on the outside there, but I think we still got it. Good job, Sonoda. Keep it up, my friend. Keep it up. Go ahead and start topping up with you. I will go ahead and turn on battle assist since we weren't able to pull away anyway. Same thing with you. Top up. Oh, Sonoda just got a super fast lap. I think Theo got it blipped fastest lap for a moment there, didn't he? And then Sonoda took it from him. That's funny. All right, now we got DRS. Of course, we're in a bit of a train now, which is a little bit problematic, but it will mean this front 4 will start to potentially put some space between them and the guys behind, if given enough time. Nope, Leclerc's going to catch us. Never mind. He's going to be part of this train. He's going to continue the train all the way. Nope, maybe not. Maybe not. It's hard to tell sometimes, but looks like he's maybe falling back behind. He caught us, I think. If he's within a second when we get this next DRS, then he absolutely will. This train will just go all the way down to 6th place. But if we can get him, I think we're good. So if we get this DRS here, we should put a bit of a gap between us and him. It'll be a lot harder for him to catch. And yeah, every lap we do this, we will be able to start gapping him even more. It looks like everybody's pushing. Literally the same. Hard pushing right now. It's possible Verstappen's pushing a little bit less on his soft tires, but we are all pushing. Stroll, everybody. We're all pushing hard right now. Our DRS is just faster than Red Bull's. We can catch him. We're just a smidge faster. Oh, good move, Sonoda. Good move. Oh, come on. Keep it, keep it, keep it. No. Don't know if he's going to hold it. I I think you got it. I think you got it. Good stuff. Although we're starting to drop back behind the guys in front of us. We gotta get this DRS here. We need to deploy just a smidge. We really need this DRS. Alright, we're good. Man, our tires are over temperatured a lot. I need to... What's the temperature we can go on these? Now we can go 120. We're good. Alright, let's go down to balance on both fuels. And settle in here. And let me go ahead and speed up here. Let's just kind of get through some of this. I'm a huge fan of Sonoda and Theo fighting each other, and I really should probably just tell Sonoda to back off. It's not ideal. That might have actually just cost him some spots, come to think of it. Oh, I bet that cost him a lot right there. Did he spin out, or did he just drop back because he didn't want to fight? I thought he was behind him when I hit that, so that's why I didn't think... Did I have the wrong guy? Maybe I picked the wrong guy. If I picked the wrong guy, that's just me being dumb. But he's back in there now. I mean, the big thing is going to be pit stops are going to hopefully shake this front four up a bit so that we're not just in this infinite train for the entire rest of the race. Ocon is not pushing quite as much as we are at the moment. That's going to be a factor. We'll see how much of a factor it ends up being. We are starting to gap the rest of the field, though. That's good. Let's go neutral with you. Oh, if we can break Ocon off here. Oh, that's massive. We can just break Ocon there. That is huge. Then me and us front two can just run with this, maybe. I mean, I think Tsunoda is the faster car, but I'm not going to risk flip-flopping him now. Unfortunately, here comes Verstappen, who is, we know, just a good driver in a very good car. But thankfully, we're still holding him off for the moment. It's possible this would be better with Tsunoda in first place, dragging Theo. But Theo got there. We're gonna let him keep it. And again, once we pit stop, it'll shake all this up anyway. Unfortunately, it does look like Verstappen did catch us back. Which is not... In fact, the entire field is just about caught us, haven't they? We might have held off the DRS there momentarily. Nah, but here they come. I think we go one more lap with Theo here. Theo just hasn't really been burning his tires at all. Let's get him all the way back around and then we'll schedule his pit stop. It's not that we're going to burn a little bit lower, but his second stint will not be quite as much, so I think it'll all balance out. Alright. Go ahead and schedule your pit for your next set of mediums. And we're going to go ahead and push. We're going to go ahead and full deploy. And let's go. He was just taking off. Let's go watch this pit stop. Alright, we are definitely going to schedule your pit as well. You're going to go ahead and push. You're going to go full deploy. And here we go. Come on, fast pit stop, fast pit stop. Let's go.
And box.
Yeah,
Come on. Good pit stop, good pit stop, good pit stop. 2-5. Okay, we take it. We'll take it. Alright, go ahead and balance up until we get the temperature. Oh, I'm sorry, not that. I want to push until we get the temperature. We'll top up until we get temperature is what I meant to say. I'm not sure how I feel about Tsunoda going second. Coming in for his pit. I was hoping he'd be in first to be able to put a gap there, but just not able to. Alright, there's temperature. Let's go full deploy as far as we can. Not going to be much, but we can do what we can. Tsunoda's coming in for his pit. Come on, good pit, good pit, good pit. Two, three. Oh my goodness, we got a red. What a waste. Oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding me. We just lost this race, guys. Everybody's going to get a free pit. We just lost this race. Oh my goodness. Why?
Now we see this was at turn 15.
There's no way to come back from that. There's no way.
Contact there.
I mean, we'll get points
Definitely be facing
because we're faster than a lot of the other guys
for
that
the
are
team after that.
ahead of us in the points, but we will not get first place and second place. We should be first and second place in this race. 100% think we are the two fastest cars. There's no way we come back from having to pit already, and then literally as we're coming out of our pits, getting this garbage. This is just, oh my goodness, I am angry with this right now. Very, very, very angry. I mean, we might as well put the freshest mediums on here. I mean, it's one lap better, but it's not much. And then you haven't even driven. I don't think, yeah, it doesn't matter. You literally didn't do anything. So I don't think, I mean, we might as well, just in case there's a, I don't know, just in case it counted a lap or something silly. I cannot believe this garbage. We are in last place because of this. Oh, I'm so mad. I am so mad.
To pick up where we left
We
off.
were going to win this race first and second. Oh my goodness.
And it's lights out.
I am
And away
so
we go.
incredibly angry right now. There's no point. I'm just going to speed through this, guys. I'm sorry. There's nothing to see here. I mean, maybe we work our way back in there after all, but I don't know. I'm just... We were so good if that didn't happen. I'm... I mean, we're working our way back through the field a bit here, so maybe it's still doable. But it's shocking if this is still doable. The only reason it's still doable is because the red flag shrinks everybody back up, right? So we're able to get past some people to get back to that front of the pack, but we did just waste an entire... we shouldn't have had to do this, I guess is my point. Maybe it's still okay, but we should not have had to work our way through the pack one more time. Not like this. We were obviously going to work our way through the pack as they're pitting in and things like that, but... let's make sure we turn off you not fighting, because right now you are in first. Or ahead of him is what I meant to say. Not in first, obviously. Oh my goodness. Theo's struggling. There we go. Notice up there. All right, we're not. It's not all lost. I was a bit doom and gloom for a moment, for more than a moment there, but it looks like we made it back to the pack. I still think our chances are harder because of that red, but not impossible for us to still get a win here. I still think we would have been first and second guaranteed, but now it's going to be a fight, a bit more of a fight than it probably had to have been. Oh, I need to set up our strategies again. What I'm looking for, strategy. We're going to add a stint of softs. Which actually needs to be kind of coming up right about now. It's possible these other guys are not going to pit. Oh, I don't know what to do now. They're not going to pit, are they? No, they're not. Okay, then we have to go down to light, and we're going to lose some spots. Ah. I don't know if I could have played this, because I don't know if we would have advanced this much if I had not gone attack, but we lost first and second because they're not pitting again. So I thought they were going to pit again and we still had a chance. If they're not pitting again, we absolutely lost first and second because of the red, which is just annoying. I mean, whatever. Just speed through this. I don't even care anymore. I'm so mad. I mean, Theo's going to drop all the way back down. Nothing we can do. There's no point in pitting now. Any advantage we would have had from pitting was lost when they didn't have to. Why is he telling you that you're going to pit? There's no strategy set. Oh! No, I get it. I get it. Well, then we just lost this entire race. Oh, I get it. I didn't think about that because obviously it was I was never not going to swap in for mandatories because it was always the plan. But I totally forgot that we didn't because of the red. Oh my goodness. Ah! I'm very mad about the red. In case you can't tell, we lost this race only because of the red. We are the fastest cars in the entire lineup. I don't even care anymore. My goodness. You know, I'm actually going to put you guys on full, high aggression, everything. Because if you crash, I actually will feel good about things because I'm just mad. And crashing will make me... It won't make me feel less mad, but...
Here's the replay. Now this happens down at turn 8. And ends up in the wall. Thankfully, though, they come away from that unharmed.
Unharmed. Well, I did say I didn't care if he crashed. I didn't want him to be the one that caused the red, but that's all right. And we probably just crashed our engine because I did that because I'm mad. I just did that out of anger because it's so frustrating that we got that first red.
It's lights out and away we go. There's a yellow flag now.
I mean, if we did damage to our engine, that's me just being stupid. What in the world? Oh, that's just good for us. My goodness. Dude, stop breathing. Seriously, Darth Vader, let's not do that. What is going on? Oh, I cannot believe we lost points on this because of a stupid red flag. Ah! And then because I didn't think about the mandatory compounds because it's just not something I normally have to think about. Well, the good news is we know we have the fastest 2 cars in the entire lineup. We decided to spot all these guys an extra race of points because we know we're going to come storming past them for the rest of the season. But
well, things just didn't go
I am so frustrated by this race, guys. I mean, again, the mandatory compound is just not something I ever think about because it's never usually a thing. should have been first and second. Oh boy. Was it Bottas that ruined that for us? I think it was. Our factory's busted. Do we upgrade it? I don't know that we need to. I've kind of been using that as my trigger to upgrade it when we get this condition stuff. You know, why not? Whatever. What's it going to hurt? Very, very angry. Did lose quite a bit on the engine. I mean, not as much as he lost as last year, but it's not the end all be all. I mean, not bad. Gearbox is bad, but we at least can use that for practice. Actually, it was gonna be a relatively damaged gearbox soon anyway. I should never. We were gonna be first and second, and we know it. Man. I mean, we still would have done well if I'd thought about the mandatory compounds. I wish the red flag had told us, had reminded us, but that's obviously not a thing it's going to do because it's just going to assume you're going to pit again. So it's fine. It's just one of those things. Nothing I can do about it. All right. Well, I'm sorry. Apologies for the extremely disappointing, very long episode. Most of that was out of my control. I mean, I did get a little angry and tell him to just run into a wall. Basically, that's basically what I said when I said high overtake aggression, right? Just go crash into a wall. I think that's what that means. Anyway, I do appreciate you guys watching, though. It's still going to be an amazing season if we can get a little bit of luck to come our way. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.